2016 will go down in history as the year where the ANC lost some key metros, and this is all because of the tightly contested local government elections. There was a record high number of voters and politicians wanting your vote, and in the end, there were winners and losers. Aldrin Sampear filed this report for us.
We've brought you the elections manifestos.
We have taken you on the campaign trails, the rallies and the door-to-door campaigns, and we caught the tension on tape.
And even the drama when internal battles spilled into the public eye. Our cameras kept on rolling.
And now, we bring you the race for seats. A record number of 63,654 candidates want your vote.
And your votes have spoken.
We only want service delivery for houses for the community.
It's nice to be able to put something towards choosing your government.
The numbers don't lie. This is what the national picture looked like. The ANC may have lost 8% of the local votes, but it remained in the majority, while the DA managed to gain over a quarter of the votes. The EFF, from a zero base in local government elections, secured over 8%. But if there was ever time that opposition politics changed the political landscape, this was it. Coalition governance has always been part of our system, but never on this scale. This is where enemies became allies.
It accelerated the project of the realignment of politics in South Africa. It's a very important project if we are going to achieve a functioning democracy in our nation.
Local government, we must depoliticize it, as well as make sure that decisions are taken through consensus and be non-partisan.
And we predict that there will be lots of coalitions afterwards. And we say to our voters, we will be willing to take part in those coalitions and carry our values into that coalition because that's part of the positive of the system.
Life has to change for our people, particularly in the underserviced townships.
The EFF may have been absent from this display of unison, but the coalition had secured portions of the Red Berets' 2.4 million votes in some hung municipalities. And with the support from the EFF, it meant there would be a power shift.
We've taken a stand and we're going to vote for the opposition. DA must know our voting for them in these metros does not mean we're in bed together. They are a better devil compared to the ANC.
Council sitting after council sitting. Reality hit. There were to be winners and losers. More significant, perhaps, was the ANC losing control over some metros. First, it was the city named after ANC icon Nelson Mandela Bay.
What we cannot have are communities, informal communities, that are decades old, still using the bucket system.
Then came the capital city, the city of Tshwane. And later, Africa's economic hub, the city of Joburg.
And 144 for Herman Mashaba.
During this evening, the ANC also lost one of its councillors. She died just before the council elected the new mayor. With successful talks with opposition parties not part of the coalition like the AIC, the ANC managed to regain control of Ekurhuleni.
I accordingly declare Councillor Mzwandile Colin Masile duly elected as the executive mayor of the city of Ekurhuleni.
Analysts believe cooperation between opposition parties could play out at a national level during the 2019 elections. However, they would first have to push the ANC's 62% majority below 50%. And then another hurdle, this time for the IEC. Just before the local polls, the Constitutional Court averted a constitutional crisis. It found that the voters' roll is unconstitutional, but even then, the elections couldn't be stopped.
The Electoral Commission, that's number 5, is failure to record all available voters' addresses on the National Common Voters Roll is inconsistent with its rule of law obligations imposed by Section 1C of the Constitution and invalid. 6, the declaration of invalidity in paragraph 1 is suspended. 6.2, the Electoral Commission must, by 30 June 2018, have obtained and recorded on the National Common Voters Roll all addresses that were reasonably available as at 17 December 2003.
Since the first democratic vote in 1994, we were there
to usher in democracy and bring about a new South Africa.
Over the years, blow-by-blow coverage of the election.
And in 2019, the SABC news team will still be there. Aldrin Sampear, SABC News, Johannesburg.